What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today we are jumping into the Bee Swarm Simulator test realm once again to continue on from yesterday's episode. So hopefully if you guys saw it, if you didn't, I will link it in the description below. But in last episode we looked at the brand new test realm Buoyant Bee. It was insane, but I did promise we're going to come back and do all the other stuff that I have yet to share with you guys. So it should be good. Look at this guy. Smell my coffee. I think you'll find, my friend, it's all about the tea. So, 3, 2, 1, claim the test realm hive. How are we all doing? Welcome back. Bee Swarm is back. Bee Swarm hype, hype. Don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I am extremely excited about new Bee Swarm content. So, yeah, basically, I've got a bunch more cool stuff to show you. So this is a load of stuff that Onett has been talking about to do with the next update. And there's also a couple of things here on the map that I also want to show you that have changed. So pretty cool. All right, lads, it's time. We are on the hive mushroom. So I'll tell you what, let's do this live. We've not done this for a really, really long time. So I think we set a 3,000 like goal for last episode. So if I do this click, I do this click, and hey, 3,400! Big performance. Thank you very, very much for coming and supporting the channel and the content and, you know, all this new Bee Swarm hype. Very much appreciated. So I think, can we try and go for another 3,000 likes on this episode? That would be really cool. It's going to be a really exciting time for Bee Swarm, an exciting time for the channel. Every possible thing that I can see, which is new, I'm going to bring you guys as soon as I possibly can. And it's going to be awesome. So thank you so much. And oh my goodness, right? Before we start, I've got to show you this. I literally saw this like 10 minutes ago. Look at this. Look at this stuff. All right. So yeah, very, very, very much hashtag not sponsored. I literally just saw this like everybody else. And apparently Onett has finally dropped the Bee Swarm plushies. So yeah, I've not been asked to do this at all. I've actually, to be honest with you, I saw this website, it just went up. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, I instantly came in and I just copped all 3 of the brand new plushies. So yeah, these I guess are like a new thing, which Onett has just done. The plushies look incredible. And I went ahead and I just bought this set. So like all 3 of them. Look at them. Look, you've got a vicious bee, you've got a tabby bee, and you've got a basic bee. You can buy them individually or like all 3 of them together. I do also have one of these t-shirts, but yeah, I did go and cop one of these, so I thought I'd let you guys know. Onett's my boy, so hopefully this is interesting, because like, I don't know, it's nearly Christmas, isn't it? So if you're a Bee Swarm fan and you're looking for something for Christmas, or you know someone who loves Bee Swarm, then these are now available. Just a word of warning though, I'm from the UK obviously, so the shipping fees to the UK and Europe are probably going to be really high. I think I had to pay like $30 shipping on them, which is not including potential import tax, which kind of sucks for Europe. But if you're from America, you're laughing. I'm sure it'll be fine. Look how cool. Look at this guy. Who is this guy? He looks well happy. Yeah, this is going to be me when I get my Bee Swarm plushie. His happy face. Who is this kid? Like, imagine if this is Onett. It's not Onett. My office is just like slowly turning into like a sort of a plushie collection and like a toy collection. I've got like a bunch of the Roblox minifigures. I've got like all the Piggy plushies. I've got like Bendy and the Ink Machine ones. I've got Minecraft ones. I've got like all kinds of merch around. I think it's kind of cool. To be honest with you, the Bee Swarm ones are going to take pride of place. I'm gonna display those bad boys. They look good, right? I think so. Anyway, right, okay. Where do we begin? Over here. So I've got a load of screenshots to share with you guys about various things to do with the next update. And, you know, this is only, what I'm showing you here is just like one tiny, tiny bit of all the things that Onett is going to be planning and testing over the next few weeks. But the first thing, and this is what people notice, and I found it really, really bizarre, the stump field apparently has got bigger. Yeah, it has. Look at that. So it's kind of weird. Like when you jump into it, like from the test ROM, you wouldn't necessarily notice it too much at first. But when the snail comes out, you can see like how much further around the edges the snail actually goes. So you can see here, for some reason, I'm not too sure why, but the stump field has got a lot bigger. Now, the only reason that I can potentially think about this is because this is the best blue field, and with things like the buoyant bee being, you know, tested right now, and the buoyant bee working really well with the tadpole bee, lots and lots of blue-style honey making, maybe it's made so that multiple people can farm in the fields without getting on top of each other. That's the only thing I can realistically think of. But yeah, the stump field is bigger. Apparently as well, I kind of want to take a little look at this. So apparently the old stump field is like outside of the map. Let's see if we can get there. I mean, I guess I could kind of go up this way, couldn't I? Let's get up here. Let's get up here. Where is it? Where is it? I swear I saw it outside the map. So I saw a picture on the Bee Swarm Simulator Leaks Discord, which is a really, really good Discord, by the way. And I swear, like... I swear there was like a random stump field like outside the map. Yeah, maybe it was like sort of hidden away, or it might be in this box. Do you think he put it in this box? How can I clip into this box? Hang on, let me try. I don't know how you guys always find this stuff. It's really tricky. Right, let me go and grab the screenshots. Hang on. All right, okay, right. One sec. Okay, here you guys go. So yeah, these are from the Bee Swarm Simulator Discord. Once again, massive shout out to those dudes. I don't know how they manage this. Maybe something to do with render distance or like camera clipping or something. But it does appear that at some point in the test realm recently, there is some kind of mysterious building behind the stump field. So yeah, here's a couple of pictures. This is one of them in like the daytime. You can see that it's like a blue and sort of beige type building, I guess. There's a second image here, which is like the same building from a different angle, but I think that's the original stump field, kind of like clipped outside of the map, which is really mad. And then here is a third image, which was labeled as like the better image, because you can see kind of like a progression of stairs leading up to the building itself. So potentially this might be a new shop area located behind the stump field. So yeah, in terms of shops, there's two pretty close to each other. We've got the pineapple shop there, and then we're gonna have, I guess, the stump shop. What that's gonna be right now, no idea. Because usually, if you guys remember, there was always a hole in the wall here where we had the parkour section for the present. So technically, right, if that shop is going to exist in that location, where is the parkour bit going to be moved to? Because if we're going to have a Beesmas and we're going to have all of the gift boxes again, that's always been where the location is over the past couple of years. So potentially that location box, I think, what was it, number 9? Or maybe, I think number 9, that's going to have to move. And potentially we might be getting a new shop there, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so moving on, I thought we'd mention just a couple of the new items and stuff, just to kind of explain them in a little bit more detail. So we did see these last episode, and currently in the test realm, the drop rates for these items are really, really high. So I just went and did like a bug run basically, and I got a bunch of these brand new field dice, but just a little bit more about them. So we have the regular field dice, which now actually stack up to 50. So they have been increased in capacity from 25 to 50. But we have two more variations. We have the smooth dice and we have the loaded dice. So they are pretty much tiered. So the smooth dice is like the second best one, and then the loaded dice is the best one, and then the capacity of those decreases depending on how good the dice is. So the second one is the smooth dice. It boosts 2 random fields with 200% pollen for 15 minutes. And then the third one, you can have 25 of them. And then the third ones are the loaded dice, where you can only have 10. These are like the big boys. And then these boost 3 random fields with 300% pollen for 15 minutes. And it's a bit biased towards which field you are in. Now, I find that really interesting. So I don't think it's guaranteed, but if you really, really want like a coconut field boost or a rose field boost or whatever, chances are if you roll it, you might actually get a bias based off which field you're in. So let's try this with a loaded dice. Why not? Let's just roll it in the rose. Boom. Okay, what did I get? Look at that. The dice decided the rose, the bamboo, and the cactus. So I was in the rose, and I got a rose field boost. No way. All right, so they overwrite each other, by the way. So once I roll another dice, I won't get like a times 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever. Let me try this again in here. So all my 3 boosts then get removed. And look at that. 3 times sunflower in the sunflower. All right, let's try let's try a different field. Let's try something just completely random. I guess we'll try mountaintop next. So let's roll another loaded dice. So it removes my 3 buffs that I just got. It gives me 3 more. Okay, so in that situation, I didn't get mountaintop, but let's roll another one. We can re-roll all of those, and there we go. Boom. Second time around, we get the mountaintop. Let's go to pineapple. Let's re-roll. Boom. And pepper, mountaintop. No. Okay, let's try it again. Pineapple. There we go. So it seems like might be a little bit high, but it's a 50-50 chance, maybe, of you getting a 3 times instant field in the one you're standing. So pretty good. And on it says here that you will use the field dice to craft smooth dice and smooth dice to craft the loaded dice. So you have to go through the tier system. And then he also says it will not be easy to get the loaded dice in the main game. More something you will need to load up on and then use to boost with less RNG than just spamming normal field dice. So it's going to be a crafting situation, maybe in the blender or something, who knows. But you're going to have to use smooth dice to get loaded dice, and field dice to get smooth dice, and etc, etc. So same kind of situation, I think, with the balloons. Now I think, well, I'd imagine anyway, that the balloons are going to be either quest reward items, or they're going to have a low percentage rate of dropping from mobs and stuff. So I did like a little test run, and I think I got different colored balloons from different colored mobs. So, you know, beetles gave me a certain type, and then scorpions gave me a certain type, and mantis gave me a certain type. I don't know if that's going to be the same thing, but these are really cool. Basically, they just do different things depending on which balloon you pop. So there's going to be a bit of like bias towards, you know, popping a red and all that kind of stuff. Very, very clever. But I've got like a bunch of other information that I think is going to be useful. So, firstly, as I've just to kind of confirm this, that basically the market boost system is going to go. On it says it's kind of a failed concept. So I think we mentioned that a long time ago. Basically, in the real game, the market boost system's been broken for quite some time. So chances are that that's going to go from the game completely. So in terms of like Beesmas stuff and what's actually coming back, just a couple of random bits of information here. The festive wreath will come back. So if you missed out on the festive wreath, or if you're a newer player, you're going to have another chance to get the festive wreath for your festive bee. And then he also says that the only thing rewards-wise not coming back from the last Beesmas is the gingerbread cub. And then he goes to say you won't be able to use last year's gingerbread bears either for this year. So you'll be able to feed them to your bees and stuff, but they won't apply to the stuff like the catalog. So do you guys remember the catalog from last time where like you could buy stuff from like the Bee Bears shop? Really, really cool. He also says I'll probably just transform the old ones into old gingerbread bears or something, which will do the exact same thing. So they're not going to get removed from your inventory if you've still got any. You can still use them, but they're not going to count towards anything new Beesmasy this year. Another little cool thing that I read about was to do with the actual taskbar down here. So of course, like we all have 6 slots in which to equip stuff. Now back in the day in Bee Swarm, of course, we didn't have any taskbar. We just had to like do things manually from the menu, like drag right and stuff, which I still do a lot of the time. But Onett also mentioned, so the question that this person asked was basically, have you had any thoughts of like having multiple taskbars? And Onett says, I was actually working on this. My idea was to add a little swap button so you can actually have 2 sets of items in the bar at the same time. And then you press the whatever key to swap between them. I think that's a really, really good idea because basically, like, I find that there's a difference between an attacking hive, so when you're going to go and take down bosses or vicious bee or whatever, and then like a field boosting hive where you're going to want all of your boost and buff items and stuff on. Oh yeah, so as you can see, well, it's not that impressive right now, but I did do a little bit of work on my hive. So I just basically popped a bunch of treats and stuff. I got a few tadpole bees, and of course yesterday we actually had a little look at, oh, get clowned! Yes! Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna I think that should be the name for it, just clowning upon people. Yeah, so if you see one of those little pie hats, you're gonna get clowned. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys like a little bit more information about the balloons. It can get kind of complicated sometimes reading through all the menus and the statistics and all that kind of jazz. But there's just a cool few things here that Onett said. He says that the balloons themselves, they deflate slowly over time, even when you're logged out. The rate they deflate depends on how much pollen they contain, how much more pollen they contain contain than your capacity. And if it contains like over 100 times your bag, then it deflates incredibly fast. So it is weighted towards how much pollen is inside the balloon compared to what your capacity of your character is. And they do deflate when you're offline. So you can't just like log back in with 100 times balloon or whatever and it still be there. It's going to deflate when you're offline, which I think is kind of cool. And he says here, collecting pollen from flowers under the balloons gets put into the balloons instead of your bag, and then the balloon carries the pollen to your hive where it stores up in your hive balloon. When you convert from your hive balloon, it gives a balloon blessing based on how big the balloon is, which grants capacity and honey at hive. So I think that's literally the best and most basic way to describe it. They basically collect pollen for you. You go over to your hive, you convert it. When you empty your balloon, you get the blessing. Simple as that. And it lasts an hour, which is really good. I love these balloons. They're so cool. So, yeah, there's like a few bits and pieces. You know, Onett said so much stuff in terms of like, you know, all the various changes and bits and pieces. There's so much information, but I've tried to like cherry pick some of the more interesting stuff, I guess, or what I think you guys might find interesting. But there's still so much. And what I'm kind of expecting is that there's going to be like a lot more content put into the test realm over the next couple of weeks to go towards the update. Now, of course, like, is everything in the test realm that we see, is that everything for the update? Are we just going to see and play it all early? The answer is no. Onett has also said, I don't think I took a screenshot of this, but like there is definitely going to be like a good amount of surprises in the official release of the update for the Beesmas. So yeah, things in here are just stuff that basically need to be tested so that they're right for when the main update comes. But there is going to be a lot more random content which we aren't even going to be able to see until that release date, which is very cool. So yeah, I've got some more stuff to talk about. I don't know if we'll do another video like tomorrow or something. I'm going to keep my eye on the Discords and, you know, the test realm and stuff. And yeah, it's a good time, man. I love Bee Swarm Hive. It's very exciting. I just got clowned on. Beautiful. Right, so yeah, unfortunately that's going to be about it for this one. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you guys again very soon. So until next time, thanks for watching, and yeah, see ya.